What should you do if you're doing all the stuff you think you should be doing to lose weight or get fit, but you're just not getting results? You're always taking 2 steps forward, even though you do things right. The next day you can get on the scale and then it's 2 steps back, like the weight has gone up 2 pounds. What do you actually focus on in that case? In today's video, I want to share with you 5 things you could and should be trying if you're not getting the results that you want. What's up, guys? It is Alex Hine here, author of Master the Day. Now, the very first thing is, what is going on in your head? The reason I list this as the very first thing and not what are you eating, how much you exercising, is because the outside is a reflection of the inside. So if our thoughts are, I hate this sucks, it's not fun, why am I even doing this? What do you think's gonna happen, right? The habits are gonna be sabotaged because of the inner beliefs. And so the first thing is, take an inventory of what's going on in your head, because it could be the origin of not doing the habits or not executing at the level you want to be executing at. Are you thinking this is laborious, this is a struggle, this is painful? If so, again, you're going to self-sabotage. So take an inventory over a week. What are your thoughts about this situation? And even if you think it sucks, that's okay, as long as you still think it's important, right? There's a lot of things you might think suck, like school or work, but as long as you view them as important, you're still going to show up and do them. Number 2, what are you actually eating? The way I make this super simple with my own students and with my own clients is I just focus on macronutrients. So rather than giving some complex diet, there are typically 3 major food groups that almost every culture in the world eats, which are proteins, fats, and carbs. Those are the macronutrients. And so those vary based on the culture and based on the individual's goals. For me and my clients, the ones that want to lose weight, that are balancing health and wanting to lose weight, what I aim for is about a deck of cards size piece of protein. If they want to be vegetarian or vegan, that's totally cool. So a deck of cards size of protein, that's the protein portion. And then I aim for a half cup to 1 cup of carbs, depending on the person, their goals, their activity, like if they are working out or if they aren't. And then from there, I aim for the rest of the plate being veggies. Now, I've already talked about that in a bunch of other videos, so you can go check those out, particularly the iPad portioning technique video. That'll give you some insight onto that. Strategy number 3, how are you actually staying consistent? Do you have an actual strategy to be like, okay, I said I was gonna eat right 5 days a week, or I said I was gonna work out 4 days a week, but do you actually have a system for doing that? Rather than just saying it informally, I'm gonna do this, and then hoping it works out, do you put it on the calendar? Do you use the lead measure strategy, this one on my wall that I use? Is there a strategy? Like, is there a game plan? The best in the world, the best athletes, the best doctors, the best writers, the most fit people, there's a game plan. They don't wing almost anything. And that should say something, right? The best results require some kind of game plan. Strategy number 4, how do you portion food and what is your food quality? So I introduced you a little bit to the iPad portioning technique. You can always go off and check that video as well. But really what I do, I told you I focus on the macronutrients. This goes without saying that assuming you are eating healthy, natural, whole food. So chips in a bag, even from a health food store, not whole, real food. Protein bars, snacks, Cliff Bars, all these things I do not classify as real food. They still are processed even though they are found at a health food store. They're still processed forms of food and they're not in their natural state. So a lot of the time they have added sugar, they have less fiber, they have less water content. It's just better to get your food in its most unrefined form. The closest it is to its natural growing process, the better it is it's going to be for you. So check out the iPad technique. The other thing though is just for a week, track what you're eating. Literally, the very first thing I do when I'm not getting results in any aspect of my life, I've shared with you, I track goals in all aspects of my life, not just fitness, but financial, happiness, spirituality, relationships, all those things. The first thing is when I see that the vision's here and I'm going way off course, the first thing I always do is track. Because tracking will immediately show you what's working and what's not working. It's the brutal truth, right? It's the hammer. It's just like, this is not working. It's not working. So the first thing I would do is actually track exactly what you eat. Now, I wouldn't track calories just because it's really not that necessary for the average person, but I would track to provide insight into how much processed food or packaged food or how much you eat out or how much you cook. It's gonna be all right there after a week. That would be the very first thing. And strategy number 5, building along this idea of if you're tracking and you can see what's not working, what is your actual system your actual process for changing yourself as an individual. How do you change your character if you don't have the kind of habits that are going to get you to the level of success that you want? And I've introduced you to that idea of whether the average person will just do a reflection or a review once a year during the new year. If you do this nightly, you can technically improve yourself 365 times faster than the average person. But what I'm saying is, if you understand that something's not working, some strategy's not working, some process isn't working, a workout's not working, some habit is not serving you, what is the process you use to change them? Is it a formal, again, is there a game plan? Is there a game plan behind changing yourself, behind changing your character to become the kind of person that can reach the success and the fitness and the body and the health that you want? It really comes back to the personal development, which is why I focus so much on this, even though I talk about weight loss and fitness all the time. It really comes back to us as an individual. So what are you doing to actually change your habits? The simplest way that I've found is I literally just do a weekly review on Sunday. I write down what habit I'm working on, why it didn't work, and then one way I can slightly improve on it. And it could be as simple as, I said I was going to work out in the morning. I realized morning workouts suck and they're not going to work. So this week I'm going to try doing it at 5 p.m. right after work. It could be that simple. But the thing is, do you have some kind of process for iterating upon yourself, iterating on your habits, and gradually changing yourself 1% each day? So those are the 5 strategies I would be focusing on if I were not getting the results I wanted. I want to hear from you right there below. Let me know which one of these strategies you think is going to help you the most. Hey guys, it's Alex. Did you like this video? If so, there are really 2 ways you can stay in touch with me. The first thing is to go over, click the monk, and subscribe so you get the next video right when it's out. I'm releasing at least 3 videos per week, but often a lot more. The next thing is, come on over and check out my book, Master the Day. It's called Master the Day, Eat, Move, and Live Better with the Power of Daily Habits. And it's all about the tiny daily success habits that I learned interviewing people that lost over 100 pounds and kept it off years later in a healthy way. The success habits that not only get your dream body, but also your dream life. And as a special thank you, if you get the book, send me your receipt to alexander@modernhealthmonk.com. I'll send you a 1-hour bonus video course for free. And one important piece of it is an hour sit-down success story with my friend and my student Mike, who lost 30 pounds. So you can go check that out on Amazon right there. The next thing is, come on over to my site, modernhealthmonk.com. I've got a free guide for you there, 5 daily habits to help you lose your next 20 to 30 pounds. And otherwise, I look forward to seeing you soon.